Committee on Ethics. Next is Minister-designate Rotimi Amaechi. Committee on Ethics.
Yeah. Mr. President, distinguished colleagues, my name is Senator Samuel Ndemeka Anyanwu. I represent Imo East in Imo State and the Chairman, Senior Committee on Ethics, Privileges and Public Petitions. Mr. President, we are aware that the petition has already been led, and I want us to see that the report of the committee. I would like to take from the observation of findings of the committee. I'll start from 4.0. There's testimony and submissions. The committee listened to oral testimonies and received written submissions from the following: the petitioner, Livingstone Wishe. Mr. Livingstone Wishe said that from the details of various wrongdoings available to him, which he stated in his petition, Rotimi Amaechi should not be accepted for screening by the Senate as ministerial nominee from Rivers State, and urged the Senate to drop his nomination and request Mr. President to provide another nominee from Rivers State. He also insisted that the state should ensure that Rotimi Amaechi is prosecuted. The minister nominee, Mr. Rotimi Amaechi, in his own defense, said, Right Honorable Rotimi Amaechi testified that the matter before the committee was actually in appeal court, and that the court was yet to sit and pass judgment on the case. He further testified that he went to a high court in Rivers State earlier, challenging the impartiality and competence of the Rivers State Judicial Commission of Inquiry to exercise the powers to summon, investigate, prosecute, and punish him, and sought for an injunction from the High Court to restrain the Judicial Commission of Inquiry from further investigation of the matter, insisting that it lacked such powers. However, the High Court dismissed the relief sought and stated that the Judicial Commission of Inquiry had power under the Constitution to summon, investigate, and declare findings, but lacked power to pass judgment and punish, and so refused to grant that further hearing of the case is suspended. Therefore, Right Honorable Amaechi took the case. Thereafter, Right Honorable Chibike Amaechi took the case to appeal court, seeking to quash the decision of the State High Court. Observation and findings. As investigation of the matter progressed, additional important documents which view the case from various positions were also tendered before the committee, and these were also taken into consideration in drawing the recommendations of the committee. The documents include: 1. A letter from Office of the Attorney General and Commissioner of Justice of Rivers State forwarding the report, white paper of the Judicial Commission of Inquiry for the investigation of the administration of Governor Chibike Amaechi on the sale of valued assets of Rivers State and other related matters under the chairmanship of Honorable Justice George Otapo Omereji, dated October 8, 2015. 2. The ruling/judgment dated 20th August 2015 of the Rivers State High Court by Honorable Justice S.C. Amadi George, which rejected the relief sought to declare the Judicial Commission of Inquiry lacks the powers to investigate and make findings known, and therefore dismiss the suit. 3. 3 different letters from Edward and William, a firm of legal practitioners, on behalf of the ministerial nominee, as follows: A letter from the ministerial nominee, Right Honorable Rotimi Amaechi, could not appear at the committee hearing because of the constraint that the matter was in court. Since whatever he might say at the committee hearing will be seen as prejudicial to court judgment, the letter was dated October 8, 2015. The second letter a letter to counter the contents of the Judicial Commission of Inquiry white paper dated 12th October 2015. 3. A letter to discountenance the contents of the petition by Mr. Livingstone Wiche dated 9th October 2015. 4. Notice of summons from the High Court of the Federal Capital Territory submitted to the committee on the 20th October 2015, summoning the Senate President and the Senate of the National Assembly to appear before it. The suit seeks to clarify the position of the law as to whether the Senate can screen, consider, ratify, accept, approve, or confirm an indicted ministerial nominee. The committee also observed that 1. Neither the Senate nor the presenter knew that the matter being presented on the floor of the Senate was already a subject of litigation in an appeal court or a Port court. 2. Since the matter is already a subject of litigation in a competent court of law, and since the Senate could not work contrary to its own rules, Order 41.7, it is contrary in taking further action. Recommendations. Following from the discovery that the matter before the Senate is actually before a competent court of law, the committee accordingly recommends as follows. A. That since the ministerial nominee had gone to the Court of Appeal to challenge the content of the petitions and the white paper of the Judicial Commission of Inquiry, the Senate is unable to recommend the consideration of its confirmation. B. That the Senate do consider and adopt the recommendation as proposed by the committee. Conclusion. Mr. President, distinguished colleagues, the committee wishes to thank Mr. President and my distinguished senators for your support and opportunity to serve our dear nation in this capacity. Thank you and God bless. This report is signed. This report is signed by 7 out of the 11 members who are not around. Thank you, Mr. President.
Senator Leader.
Distinguished colleagues, I rise under Order 53.9 to provide proper guidance. This report that is submitted has 5B2, which states clearly, since a matter is already a subject of litigation in a competent court of law, and since the Senate could not work contrary to its own rules, that is Order 41.7. It is constrained in taking any further action. Now let this be the recommendation so accepted. I so move. Yeah. What? Am I about? No. Whenever the leader moves the motion, sometimes I'm expected to second, but amend. I wanted to amend his motion. We are also allowed to move a counter motion. Mr. President, because of the maturity of the Senate and the sanctity of these chambers, you recall that when this place order, because of the sanctity of the Senate, the maturity of the Senate, you recall that when the nominee appeared before us, I stood up on behalf of my colleagues, the caucus of the PDP, and explained that we will only make comments after the report that was tabled before us was finally presented to the Senate for discussion. The chairman, today the report has been presented before us. I just want us to follow not our sentiments, but follow our rule that in seconding whatever motion he has, that I rather want to move a motion that in line with the agreement that was made on the day of screening, that the Senate do allow proper discussion of the report that has just been presented before us. I so move. I'm not seconding.
Distinguished, the leader came on order 53-7 and 52-7. Yeah, I made an amendment to the recommendation.
I'm not introducing anything, sir. I'm taking the recommendation of the chairman of the report, which says
can we two issues. Is there any seconder to this motion? He has raised and he has leader of the Senate.
Sir, let me explain. I stood up under the standing order to move my motion, and my motion is still standing for secondment, and you put the question.
Mr. Chairman, sir. Mr. Chairman, the Senate leader's job is to lead the Senate properly. When you stood up, you came and you started with the standing order of the Senate, and you went to order 53. So the question of you saying that you move a motion and then came under standing order, those things do not exist. You come under one. Either you come under the standing order or you move a motion. What we are saying is that we are talking about the findings of the committee. As I speak, I said that we had agreed in this Senate that we will only speak when the report is presented before us. And there is nothing wrong with that. And we want to speak. And if you as a leader of the Senate is saying that this I should...
Distinguished colleagues, I think that the leader came under an order. I'll still give the leader an opportunity to put his motion. The comments that or any contributions you want to make, after the motion it becomes, if we take the motion now, after the motion you will have a point to make your own contribution and make your comments and contribution. No, it will not. It will not. It is only talking. No. It's about the issue recommendation. You will see. You see. Make sure you still make your comments. You see, yeah.
My name is Goswill Akpabio. I'm a lawyer of over 27 years standing at the bar. And by God's grace and your support, the minority leader of the Senate. Mr. Chairman, legally speaking, we had agreed here that whenever, that whenever the report on any of the nominees, any complaint, when the report is ready and presented, that we'll have the opportunity to debate the report. And what has just happened is that the report has just been presented, and the next thing is for us to report. What the leader is attempting to do is attempting to move a motion to shut out the debate on the report. And where that happens, then it will mean that you have the rule of ad autem partem has not been applied by the Senate. We must allow the other side to be heard. All we are asking is for the other side to be heard. Leader, is that too much to ask? I insist.
Of order.